Hi, my name is Olivia Zaskowski, and me and my partners Brianna and Kate will be discussing the article that we chose to study, which was Making a Major Life Decision, College Students Choosing an Academic Major, studied by Kathleen M. Galati. Introduction, the research question. What question did the researcher seek to answer? The question that the researchers sought to answer was how exactly a student's organizational structure for picking out a college major impacted the important educational and life decision. So basically, the purpose of this study was to find out how exactly a student used their decision-making process to pick out a college major out of the different choices that they had and weigh out the different factors and criteria that would help them make this important decision. Method, the study. Who participated in the study? The study consisted of 111 first-year college students that attended two different liberal arts colleges in southeastern Minnesota. From the first liberal arts college, there were 61 students who participated. Out of these 61 students, there were 27 men and 34 women who participated. And from the second liberal arts college, there were 50 students who participated in the study. And out of these 50 students, it consisted of 6 men, 40 women, and 4 individuals whose gender was not indicated. Okay, so as said before, in total, the study consisted of 111 participants who were all first-year college students. And out of these 111 college students, there were 33 men, 74 women, and 4 individuals, college students whose sex was not indicated. Method, the study. So what did the researchers ask the participants to do in the study? The researcher, or Kathleen, was asked the participants to fill out 5 different instruments that would measure their organizational structure in choosing a college major. These 5 instruments were all in the format of a survey questionnaire that was handed out to the students. Okay, so instrument 1, or survey 1, it requested the participants to fill out their background information, such as what high school they attended, what their college GPA is so far, their standardized test scores, such as the SAT or ACT, all the college courses that they have taken thus far, the number of siblings that they have, the marital status of their parents, the educational status of their parents, their family income, and their race or ethnicity. And all of these factors helped the researcher make a conclusion about different trends that she would find in the study's results and be able to make an accurate conclusion of why she received these results in the study.
Instrument 2. For the second instrument, the participants had to answer two open-ended questions in terms of describing their own decision-making process to date and what the ideal decision-making process should be. Instrument 3. In the third instrument, participants had to fill out a sheet with 9 columns. Students were asked to list each major currently under consideration by ranking them. Instrument 4. In the fourth instrument, students were asked to list all of the potential majors under consideration and indicate how good of a choice each major is on a scale from 0 to 10. Instrument 5. On the fifth instrument, participants fill out a series of 7-point scales that measure the attitudes and affective attitudes to the decision-making process. Method: the study. A year later, part 2 of the study took place, where the participants had to fill out the same instruments as listed above, as well as 2 new ones. One of the new instruments asked if a student recalled the criteria that they listed on what they consider was important in their decision-making process. Similarly, the other new instrument asked about the participants' ideal criteria now, or what they ought to have used in the decision-making process. The process. First, surveys regarding the student's ideal decision-making process. Next one is surveys regarding what majors the students are considering. The last one, students are asked to repeat both surveys after 2 years.
Hi everyone, my name is Brianna and my group consists of myself, Olivia, and Kate, and today we did our presentation on making a major real-life decision, college students choosing an academic major. So this is the results of that study and what we found from it. So the results, these are the findings. The answer to the research question was that most students recognize the decision of choosing a major to be very important and life-framing. Also, the participants reported that this decision is moderately stressful as well as being difficult. As a result of the survey instruments used in this study, it was concluded that the highest rated items on the survey were guided by values, intuition, and emphasis on the future. This revealed that these 3 factors were what most first-year college students found most important, as well as being critical when making the educational decision of choosing a college major. So these were the highest rated items that they found as a result of the study. It was concluded that the highest rated items on the surveys were guided by values, intuition, and the emphasis on the future. So students were swayed based on what they thought would be the best decision for their future rather than what criteria they were following. In terms of discussion and so what factor, this is what we found from the study. In terms of discussion, a student can use this information to be more open to other possibilities for choosing a college major. By knowing criteria that is consistent throughout time, this can help a student find an ideal college major for themselves. The information from this article can also help a student make important educational decisions. If a student's major was undecided, or if they were questioning what major they want to pursue, they could use the same methods that the article used to weigh out the factors that should be considered when making this important decision. This information could also be used by a student who would like to conduct a similar study that would require knowledge regarding how much first-year students make the educational decision of choosing a major. So how can this information be useful to a student? This information can be useful to a student in several ways. First, it can improve their decision-making process for important educational decisions. Second, a student can be aware of the decision-making criteria that is consistent throughout time. Thirdly, they can weigh out the different factors that should be considered when choosing a college major. And lastly, the student can consider the many different choices that are available for a college major. So, to conclude, this study really showed that choosing a college major is an important decision in one's life. By being aware of the decision-making criteria and by improving their decision-making process, this will lead to a better decision for their college major. I also want to say that choosing a college major is a big decision, and this article has shown me that using the criteria and sticking to the criteria can really lead to the best college major one can find for themselves. And by using the tactics that are shown on this screen right here, this can help a student choose the correct major for them. In essence, the information can be used by a student in order to improve their decision-making process for important educational decisions. Be aware of decision-making criteria that is consistent throughout time. Consider the many different choices that are available for a college major, and as well as weigh out the different factors that should be considered when choosing a college major. Thank you so much for listening, and we really hope that you enjoyed our presentation.